Hello everyone, how are y'all doing today? So today we are going to work on the budget. This is for the next week. We get paid tomorrow, which is Friday. And I wanted to take a moment to look at the budget and work on next week's budget. I went ahead and inserted this in the middle because this is a check register from Peanuts Planner Co. And this side is one that I created. This is my weekly budget because I get paid every Friday. And this is how I'm going to set it up. I'm still working on the printables. I actually cut this one. I had it punched on this side. I removed it and repunched it on this side so it would fit this way so I could insert the check register. So I think I found how I want to set up this budget, and it'll always be one side is a check register and then the budget. So that's how I'm going to do that. Like I said, this is this current week, and it is still, I still need to finalize the numbers and finish writing in everything for that week. But I want to go ahead and try to work with the next budget, next week's budget, I guess you would say, because I get paid tomorrow and I want to make sure I have everything figured out. So I'm going to set this aside and we're going to zoom in a bit so you can see what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to work out of my planner, which I just set it aside. So this budget is for July 3rd to the 9th. Okay. And I do have two bills, but I'll come back to that. For income, it is extremely low. It's a lot lower than I expected, but it is what it is. And it is $385. Somewhere around the lines of that is what I figured. I think it's a couple of dollars more, but I'm just gonna lowball it just to be on the safe side. For the hubbies, I really don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I want to go ahead and put the total amount in there or just do the $250 that I've been doing, and that'll be for 4 weeks. I could change it to the 5 weeks, which would be $200 instead of $250, which I could do that just to make it stretch out the whole month. But I think I'll do that. I'm just going to do $200 for the next 5 weeks, and that'll still be the $1,000 that he gives me, because he transfers the whole $1,000 into an account that I can access, and we go from there. I need to grab a calculator just to add these things up. So we shall start this. I'll just take this out. First thing is offering, and we'll go from there. Okay, so for tithing, we're gonna do 10% like always, and that's $38.50, and then we do an offering of 2.5%. And like I had mentioned before, the hubby takes care of his end, and this is just money we're transferring between our accounts. So we don't do that anymore. So that is $14.63 on the offering, and I misspelled that horribly. I'm sure y'all hollering at me for that. I can hear y'all through the camera. Okay, And for bills, we do have Bank of America. I don't know, it'll be a long time before we pay that off. And that is $350, which is really high. I shouldn't be doing that, but I'm trying to give like 100 or right over 100 extra for that. And electric, that is going up, and that's the scary part, that I don't know if I'll be able to survive with it being that high. I may have to talk to the hubby, see if he can give me a little extra money. See, because right there, I'm already over. The only thing that could help me is the rollover, which I don't know how much that's gonna be. Let me see, I may be okay. I may have a little rollover left right there. Because there's $230 in there, and I have not spent any of the allowance, so I should be okay. I may have the allowance left over, so that's $25. Okay. Which would still give me a negative $6.87. That doesn't mean no groceries, no gas, no nothing. I'm going to have to figure something out for this. Maybe I need to change that to $250 and just skip the last week. I may have to do that. Or I could just up it this week and skip it next week. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna have to change that because it's gonna not be enough. Okay, so it's $250 there. I'll have to change those two. I'm sorry, this is the process I have to do with this. $585. Like I said, I will have a little bit rollover left, and that should be good. Guess I didn't have to erase that. Maybe I did. Where did I screw up? 585. I'm doing that wrong. That should have been the same because I'm working off that number. 385 times 10% is 38.50. Now, is that correct? Guess I did that incorrectly here because I was working off this number. It's actually this number. So that is 963. Okay. So we have, if anything, I want to at least be able to get a few groceries, and I need to get gas. And I can maybe do 25 on groceries and 25 on gas. So that gives me still way too much. Okay. I'm still over by $63. If anything, I can skip the emergency fund this week, acorns next week, dine out, that's going to be difficult. I did get plenty of household items, so I should be fine. I really don't want to skip the groceries because I do need milk, eggs, those little things like that. And it is 4th of July weekend, which I did get most of the stuff. I just don't want to miss some of that because we do breakfast like Sunday mornings. Everyone's here, so I really can't do that. What if I change this one to 190. That'll give me 10 there. Bank of America, I really don't want to change that. I usually have a little bit gas left, so I'm going to change this to 23. Not that it makes a big difference, but it helps. And then I may have to use some of the rollover and just assume it'll be there, which it should be. I think I'm going to have to change this printable and add a third line just so it's enough. So I'm going to assume the rollover is, where am I at now on the rollover? I'm at 230. So let's say there's 150 left, which I'm going to change that once I close out the budget. And that'll be fine. So that gives me a little more money to play with. So it's 585 plus 150 gives me 735 minus 3850 minus 963 minus 350, 190, 25 and 23. Crap, and I screwed that up. What am I doing wrong? I'm sure y'all tell me below, which is fine. I'm just going to redo this. I'll probably hit the addition button, which is fine. Okay, $98. So I'm going to skip allowance. Dine out, I'm just going to do 20. The emergency fund, which I always like to add to that. That's something that I can always fall back on if need be. I have $78, so I'm going to put 50 in there. And then I'm going to do miscellaneous, because sometimes there's just things that come up, and I'll do the 28.87 there. So that gives me 735, which should be zero-based budget. Okay, so that is the budget for next week. Sorry if it was a bit rambly. Hopefully I was in frame. But that is the budget for the week. We shall see. Like I said, I will change this number later if I have to, which I will get the final rollover amount, and we'll see. Anyways, so yeah, so there's the monthly calendar there, and we'll put these back in here. That's this week, and I screwed that up. That's this week, and there's the new check register for next week. Like I say, once this week passes, I'll figure out what to do with these, and I do enjoy having the budget and the check register on this side, so it all just pretty much, this is the current week, so I don't have to flip back and forth. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video and will consider subscribing, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye.